Under the student ready program, we had visited as a part of REWE, that is a rural institutional work experience program. We had visited 3 agricultural institutions, that is agriculture financial institutions, cooperative institutions, and and agriculture marketing institutions. In cooperative institutions, we had visited primary agriculture cooperative societies, TAPCMS, that is Taluku Agricultural producer cooperative marketing societies, and DCCB, that is district cooperative districts, and DCCB, and DCS, that is dairy cooperative societies. In marketing institutions, we had visited APMC, fair price shops, agri input dealers, weekly shandies, etc. And in financial institutions, we had visited Panchayat Raj institutions, veterinary institutions, commercial banks, that is Canara Bank, and regional rural banks. And in that's all we had visited during our REWE program. In in cooperative institutions, that is TAPSMS, that is Taluk level cooperative society, which helps farmers for marketing their produce, avoids exploitation from the middlemen. The middlemen will procure the produce from farmers, and they will profit more by selling it at higher prices. From this, the profit to farmers will reduce, and that's why the TAPSMS acts as a commission agents between farmers and the marketing channels, and it procures directly produce from the farmers and sells to the different market channels, so that the middleman exploitation will be reduced. And also they provide the agricultural inputs like fertilizer, pesticides, seeds, etc. at a subsidized rate, so that farmers can use these inputs to grow their produce. And also they provide KCC card, that is Kisan credit card. From that they can use for any agricultural inputs they can purchase. And also Yashaswini card will be given to the members of the cooperative societies. Under that 5 lakh assurance will be given for the family members. From that, that is like a health card. If any in 1 year they can avail 5 lakh, up to 5 lakh will be given under that card. And
adding up to Aishwarya's what she told, we have communicated, means we have disseminated this Yashaswini card regarding to Yashaswini card for our contact farmers, and like 2 to 3 contact farmer were registered under that Yashaswini card. They were knowing about that already, so that they can avail up to 5 lakh insurance for their health.
So adding to that, see, we have visited so many of these institutions, and even one of them I want to point out is the self-help group. So basically, when we searched over there, we went to in Mandikal self-help group over there. So but in Shettigere itself, there was self-help group was there, but just for 5 members there was one leader. Then almost one in among 20 members there were around 10 leaders. So it doesn't work in like self-help group. See, there were so many limitations. We have practically seen what all will come. So if self-help group has to be work very effectively, so there should be initiative and some common goals over there. So they have to take it up. Even we have organized bakery training unit for all the women over there. So so that they can take up entrepreneurship in the future days. But what we have seen is that there are so many of difference of opinion and all in that self-help group. So this is what I wanted to talk about, that self-help group.
Our institutional visit was the most important phase in our REWE, because when we visit a financial institution, when we came back from Canara Bank, I personally went to most of our contact farmers home and told them about schemes and subsidies available in Canara Bank, regional rural bank. And most of the farmers, after our night meeting, most of the farmers adopted Kisan credit card, and even 2 farmers took credit from that. And everyone, after our night meeting on Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, most farmers took insurance for their crops.
Well, as long as the cooperative institutions are concerned, we mainly visited the dairy cooperatives and the district central cooperative bank. In dairy cooperatives, we learned how a dairy unit will be acting as another source of income to the farmers. I mean, in Shettigere, most of the farmers were involved in animal husbandry as well. But for those who were not involved, we suggested to do so. And in DCCB, the loans were provided at subsidized rate and lower interest rates, which the farmers did not know about, and we told them about that as well.
Then in cooperative TAPCMS, as if now when we have directly met the accountant over there, he said, he mentioned about what are all he faces. Actually, there is no marketing at all, as we have seen over there. Just for leadership and all, it was it was not meeting its goals and all. So there were so many limitations. If I want to mention about that, he directly mentioned the word that it is like if someone want to enter into the politics, if he is there. So see, this is all the real limitations which it has been facing over there. So it has to be overcome. As when we went visit over there, this is what we have learned. Then next we have to, if you want to speak about this marketing, APMC, we have seen their commissions, what are all the taking, and these are all instead of even we have suggested when we went to APMC, by seeing that commissions and all, we suggested in the night meetings of regarding the FPO, we have done a meeting about it. So in FPO, they, even many farmers were member over there, but they were not don't know how to use that FPO membership, how to work over there, how to procure those their own flowers and sell it and all. So even we have said a success story in the night meeting regarding Tamil Nadu, one success story in where FPO successfully they are running. So this is what I can say about this marketing and cooperative.
When we visited RRB, we got to know about the scheme called Mahila Udyam Nidhi scheme under RRB, which is providing loan up to 10 lakh, which has flexible repayment also. So when we went to financial visits, we went to self-help groups. So there we disseminated this message, like Mahila Udyam Nidhi scheme was under RRB, so you can take this scheme. So they were providing 10 lakh for 4% of interest rate. So this message was disseminated by our group to that self-help group.
When we visited to APMC, we came to know that most of the farmers were unaware of the prices and the qualities, and even middlemen were also very dominant in APMC. And in Shettigere, most of the farmers used to grow perishable items like flowers and fruits. And there was no proper storage facilities and transportation facilities. There was no cold storage in Chikbalapur APMC. And these were the problems faced by the farmers.
And even I want to add that point, commission agents were charging 30% of commission for the perishables. That was not recommended by the government. It should be 10% only. But when we visited, it was festive season, so they were charging indirectly 30% of commission for their perishable items. So that was
even it was known to government officials, but they were not taken any action against it.
And when we visited this agri input dealers, when we asked their qualification, many were their engineering and even some from arts background. When we have gone through that, they said that 1 year diploma, 1 year course where they can do in KVKs are 1 year course. If they undergo, they will get the license for the selling and all. See, if he takes place like that, now it's not there, but when from past 2019 it got it was not now. So if it is there like that in background, so they many of the might not get the reasonable price, and RSK awareness was not there. If I want to mention that RSK has to be like a medical shop for all the plants, farmers should feel that. So instead of going to the private vendors and all, if they visit the RSKs, and the marketing of this RSK should be enhanced a lot. This is what the suggestion I would recommend in the RSK when we visited over there. then
And during night meetings, we have told about many schemes to farmers which they are not aware of that, like Krishi Yantradhare. From that, they can avail the tractors at a subsidized price, and Krishi Honda, they can get subsidies for that Krishi Honda, and also the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Under that, they can avail crop insurance and Kisan Credit. Also, we have told about that, and other agriculture apps which helps farmers to market their produce. To conclude that, instead of placing us in these three institutional agriculture institutions with agriculture students, if they placed us in our own districts, in our own village, means that we can know that how's the condition of these all institution, financial, cooperative and marketing institute, what is the condition of these all in our districts and villages. We can, from that we can know how it's working and all in our districts
as
and
if to
villages.
add on her, as we have in Setigere, most of the people were speaking of Telugu language, and see, if some person, one who speaks Telugu or their own language, one who conveys it, it will be more reliable, they can believe it very quickly. So even if we go and do institutional experience in our own districts, and all farmers might believe us very quickly, and they can adapt what all we can say. And even in future, we can just if any farmers approach us, we can just refer the any government like this institutions, RSK, other all the institutions, TAPSMA, DCCP, so that they can channelize very quickly and go there and take the solutions.
Adding on to what you said earlier about input dealers, despite of the fact that RSKs and other KVKs and other institutes which provide inputs at a subsidized rate to the farmers over these institutes, they still prefer private input dealers itself, mainly because of very reasons like widespread availability. But then one of the things that can be improved by these RSKs is widespread access to the farmers, and this also can be made available. This information can be made available to the farmers. And another important thing is about other schemes that you mentioned. One second. Yeah, e-commerce is an important thing that also has to be considered. Mainly about ENAM, which facilitates online platform for the sale of produce by the farmers.
And another one is that when we visited over all the institutions, we personally felt the transportation difficult and all. So if ourselves we are feeling so much difficult, even the farmers might feel difficult to visit all the institutions and all. So these are all the experience we have visited in all the institutions. So that's what we can conclude.